Cool. All right.
Headphones are
Excellent.
for hacks.
And headphones are for hacks. Are you doing a video right as we're rolling on the podcast? What are you doing? What are you doing? What's wrong with you? And you gotta make sure that you're always putting out content.
Yeah,
Content is king.
To my 3 people that follow me from back home.
Give me a fucking break. I hate it. The algorithm is a fickle mistress.
Yeah.
It's the worst. I got like the worst example of that. I have a video that went like kind of semi-viral or whatever. It was just me reacting to a bad mosh pit, and that got so many fucking hits. And it's not my stand-up.
Yeah, no, I saw that one.
Yeah, it's not stand-up. It's not like a skit or like a sketch or something else that's like organically original from me. It's the fucking stupid remixes that's getting all this shit.
Yeah.
And it's just why can't we get anything out of it? I'll get like a handful of followers out of it, and then they'll unfollow me once they realize I'm not a meme page, you know?
Or just a reacts.
Yeah, it's
I hate that. It's so lazy. They just put it's green screen. They're literally and then it's somebody on the other side and they're like.
Yeah, I hate that shit.
Pointing it.
But that's the American attention span.
Yeah, it's gonna get worse.
As you put your glasses, take your glasses out of nature's pocket. What was that?
My corporate, my badge.
Your corporate.
Yes.
Oh right, corporate. And by the way, just for the record, if you say a name, like if, for example, if we happen to talk shit about a comic and say their name and it will come back to us, I can always bleep out names. I can always bleep out company names. I can bleep out every little thing. So if anything, like there's no reason to feel like, I'm not sure if I should say this. And if you're not, let me know. I'll just go back and post and just boop and just cut it out. I had to do that a couple episodes back, and I just had to reassure Elena, who I had. I was like, hey, look, I'm going to bleep that out.
Yeah.
No worries. Also, I'm not Joe Rogan.
Yeah, exactly.
I get maybe 20 downloads at best. So, like, anything bad that might come across. Yeah, it's a lot. I'm glad you're here. We have something in common, and it's rather new to you. Well, you've had gut issues before, right?
Yeah, I was diagnosed with celiac in 2012 when pizza still tasted like cardboard.
Put that mouth closer to the mic. I'm not going to be able to hear you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was diagnosed with celiac in 2012 when, like, there was, like, no gluten-free options. Like, the pizza still tasted like cardboard and everything.
Oh,
it was really bad, But, I mean, I got over it, and then, like, well, not over it. I still very much have it, but it was fine. And then recently, like, I was talking with somebody, they're like, well, I mean, ulcerative colitis, it's like, well, you know, it's not cancer. I'm like, yeah, but it's worse than celiac. It's still worse.
It's worse because, no, it's not cancer. On the upside, it's an excuse to leave a conversation. You know, you're just like, I gotta go to the bathroom. And it kind of interrupts your life, you know?
But the excuse turns into just something so dreadful. You know, it could be a surprise.
It is embarrassing. I have a joke that I use that I go like, because I hang out with my friends, I go to the bathroom a lot. And it's embarrassing. You know, it's not great. Oh, you have to leave the movie.
I saw you at your show.
Dude.
That you hosted. Great. You were going to the bathroom and I was like, they probably think he has a drug problem.
Yeah, they might think, and with the way I look, you know, I sell black tar heroin out of a van.
Yeah.
That I live in, like, it's so I lie and say I have a coke problem.
Yeah.
Like that's the joke, and it's really like it's for real. Like, it puts me not present when I want to be social, and I'm not the most social butterfly out there. Quite a I fake it a lot. You kind of have to in this line. You have to in this line of work. God, it's annoying. But you're taking medications A, B, and C for treatment.
Yes.
To like put you in remission.
Yes, it is working. And they tell me that I have to have like 3 to 4 small meals a day, which is like ridiculous.
Yeah.
But like
fasting periods, I was told.
I'm doing steroids, prednisone. I'm now down to 30 milligrams, and then they'll bring me down, and then the mesalamine oral, which is indefinite, they say. But, you know, that could also go away with remission.
Yeah, it can go away with remission, but it can also come back. It can come back, like, when you're like way older, when you're like a silver fox ancient fossil from now, like it's
When
gonna
I'm blue deck.
yeah, it's gonna come back. Well, because it kind of happens to everyone when they're old. Like just your shit just stops working. So
You just shit.
yeah, you just shit liquid, and
I've been shitting liquid. Can we talk about anal leakage on this
Yes,
podcast?
we can. Yes, we can totally talk about anal leakage. I live it. It wakes me up in the middle of the night. And you heard me say it at Liquid Zoo this past weekend. Don't use the dream toilet.
I have not.
You haven't?
I have not.
So,
but I've noticed certain anti-anxiety medications or any type of anything that you take at night, like you get the leakage. Like,
yep.
Do you have to be like not taking any food, nothing, 5 hours before bed?
You gotta either go to bed hungry, which like it does suck, or you can have. I mean, it's different for everybody, but what I've done is that I've just have little snacks here and there, or I would fast all day and have one big meal the whole day, and I would. I mean, it's really it's hit and miss because of diet, stress, genetics. Yeah, I can only control like 2 of those things. So I find myself when I'm stoned, it's less. When I take edibles, it's way less. And I'm able to hold it. Like my sphincter is able to hold it. But like the leakage is still there. It's kind of like the feeling of having to shit, but the pressure of the shit is not there because it's in like...
Thankfully, as a woman, I can just wear maxi pads, so I've just been doing it, and it's been fine. So I don't have to depends it up. I don't have to Harry Kurtz it up.
That was an option. He wears diapers?
I don't think so. Well,
No.
we can start that rumor here now.
We can start that rumor here now.
I don't even want to put that energy.
Well, look,
out
if you
there.
see an old man with a badonk that's probably like padded with like diapers and stuff, like I've seen old dudes that have a badonk, and I'm like, that's not.
He's got that donk.
Yeah.
That juicy Lucy.
Oh my god. Well, it's definitely I definitely get leakage when I eat fast food. Fast food is out of my life. Do I listen? No.
How do you feel about caffeine? Because I
can't do it at all. Not at all. Coffee for sure. Like caffeinated tea is different. Sodas, it's again hit and miss. Like we're drinking these prebiotic sodas, like it's got a bunch of like plant fibers and stuff. Like this is fine. There's barely any sugar in it.
Yeah.
But like Sprite or 7-Up, that's like
for me, sugar's keeping it under like 5 to 7 grams max.
It's an inflammatory.
Yeah.
Because that's what the problem is inflammation, and your gut bacteria, your micro gut biome, as it's called, it's off. It thinks that the good bacteria is bad bacteria, so it's actually your immune system is attacking itself.
Yeah.
It's confused. There's like a civil war going on down there. And it's...
And I made it worse over the past year with stress
and
eating like shit. I think drinking single-handedly contributed to...
Definitely. For me as well.
To accelerating the process from... Because it was ulcerative proctitis, which was manageable... And then it became full-blown.
So when I started getting symptoms, I was like, oh, shit, I'm dying. Like, I'm dying.
Yeah.
So if I need to live, and drinking was already a problem, and so that was kind of my wake-up call that, like, oh, because I have this issue, I think alcohol is a major factor, I have to stop.
Yeah.
Like, or I will die. Because one drink for me would turn into 3, 3 would turn into 5, and then next thing you know, I've got a half rack at home. I take half of that out. You know, I was a big like heavy like IPA, like rum, and I would just fucking drink. I lived with a compulsive hoarder, not who you think, but I lived with someone who just the living conditions were just terrible, and I didn't want to come home at night. And when I did, I made sure I would go to a bar crawl. I would have like 6 drinks. Or whatever, and I would just come home smashed.
Oh my god.
Smashed every night for like years. And it got to that point where I was like, fuck, I'm gonna die, and it's like, and I didn't even reach 30 yet. Like I wouldn't, this was like the 27 club for me because I turned 27 when the problems started, and I was like, oh shit,
Yeah.
here we go. You know, your body's dying, and I was
Yeah.
like, if I want to keep doing this, and I hadn't even gotten back into stand up yet, and that's what kind of made me go back into it low key because I was like, oh, I need to at least do this because at least I can die happy, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm still here, so I don't have colon cancer.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm
No butt
happy
stuff.
you're still, yeah. Well, no butt stuff.
No butt stuff.
For any of us.
No
for,
butt stuff.
For any of the ulcerative Crohn's
Yeah.
people.
Even if I was into butt stuff, can't do butt stuff.
No.
Not even if I wanted to. It's just no.
I mean, I couldn't even. The reason why I went to the hospital is because I couldn't even hold a suppository. Like that is when there was like, if we could get graphic, there was
we can.
like there was blood down my ankles.
Oof.
That's what brought me to Cedars-Sinai.
Oh,
And
so
I'm
you didn't notice?
I did notice upon looking down, but like I'm gonna write an article about like just basically Cedars-Sinai, like how, you know, because everybody wants to go there because they're the best, and it's a victim of their own success because during COVID, the hospitals that used to pick up the slack around there all shut down.
Yeah.
So you got people from flying in 2 hours away, about to die, and then me who like my ass is literally bleeding out, and I don't even have a bed. I had to wait 10 hours.
Oof.
10 hours for a room and 7 hours in the ER.
Jesus.
They told me I had the longest wait time of the day. Me.
What was the compensation? Did they give you any of that?
They didn't give me nothing. They didn't. They gave me a Klonopin.
Which one? Which Cedars-Sinai?
These Cedars-Sinai here, Beverly Hills.
Beverly.
Yeah.
The nice one, the
big-
fancy one.
yeah.
Oh my god.
And it's like, and I only went there because I do live kind of close to there, but also my dad went there when he was having chest pains, and he has like carotid artery issues, but and he's fine, and they took great care of him. I mean, but like
Well, that was more urgent. I mean, your thing was urgent too, but they were just going.
I
"Hey,
know,
this-"
but it's like I was there for 5 days, and I tell people I'm there for 5 days. They're like, "Oh my god, 5 days!" But I only got like 2.5 days of treatment. I only got
Right.
treated starting Thursday. I was there on Tuesday,
Ugh.
and I got treated Thursday.
Oh my
because I was
God.
just waiting to get in, to just get in the fucking bed.
Welcome to America.
Exactly, and it has to be said, and
Yeah.
I don't know. So
I mean, every hospital is different. There's like the Sherman Oaks Hospital, which was just atrocious. Atrocious. That, like, you would have been what you just lived there. I'm bleeding out. I'm dying. Help. We'll get to you.
yeah.
No, like, rush. Well,
Is that the Providence one?
no, that's
Providence was good.
that's Burbank. The Sherman Oaks Hospital is like
I
it's,
went to a Providence one around
yeah,
here.
it's closer to Van Nuys than it is in Sherman Oaks. It's VNSO. It's like
Okay.
around there. It is the worst. The worst. And I think I went somewhere in Northridge to get a colonoscopy. Trying to remember. I don't remember. It was fuzzy.
Yeah.
You're gonna get one at some point, right?
Yep. Later this month.
You ever had one before?
Yep.
Dude, it's not fun.
It's
Only white grape juice.
it's
White grape juice for 24 hours. It's the only thing other than water.
they
And you
because
can
I'm not
have-
even eating a lot. They're like
Yeah.
they're not even giving me the full prep. They're basically giving me Dulcolex chewables and then half of like an enema because I'm not eating a lot.
Right.
And I'm like, great. Like,
Yeah.
it's so, like, piecemeal. Like,
Mhm.
the entire medical system is so piecemeal. And it's exhausting, and people are dying.
Yeah.
Because of it.
Like, I was supposed to go to the dentist yesterday,
Yeah.
scheduled an appointment at noon, and I walk in 10 minutes early, and front desk is like, oh, he's at lunch right now. Why have the slot open?
Exactly.
Why have it open? Why is that even an option? If it's noon and y'all take lunch at noon, why have it? And I did it today, and I did estimates on what needs to get done. I need all of my wisdom teeth out, all of them out. I don't have
if
dental.
I showed you this part of my mouth, you'd scream.
Is it fake?
No, it's
No?
bad, though. But I need to get it done. I need to get it
Yeah.
done.
I got 2 cavities fixed today, and they're gonna finish a filler next week. And the wisdom
What's
tooth
your
thing.
insurance situation like?
I have Medi-Cal, but
Okay.
it doesn't cover dental. I have like some weird free version of it. I haven't looked into it. I haven't even been able to stabilize my life, Stephanie.
Same.
I have
You can
3
see my
jobs.
apartment.
These bags fly for free. Like my plate is so full. I still have to register my car.
Yeah,
I've
me
lived
too.
here a
Hey,
year.
clap.
Yeah,
Me
boom.
too.
I still have to.
Gotta pay parking tickets.
There's other sticky notes on here of other shit I have to do. I have life situations. And there's no time for rest.
And to be a creative too. And to
Yeah,
be yourself.
and you always have to put shit out. Like, that's what, this is for. I'm bringing this
Yeah.
back. I thought, because Christy and I were talking about our podcast stuff, and we're going to, really, push it, because a lot of comics have podcasts now. And if you're not booking stuff as an actor, you have to make your own shit.
Well, yeah.
You literally, I'm not going to book stuff. What can I
Yeah.
use for a reel? Fucking nothing. I can use something.
Yeah.
Some kind of interactive thing where I'm talking to someone. And it also helps me get over my own social anxiety. But I know you, so it's different. So, it's just something to do. And I haven't sat down, consumed media, watched movies, TV. I
know, my boss was asking me, what are you watching? What are you watching? I'm like, first of all, I'm falling asleep because I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
And I'm worried about my health.
Yeah.
And I'm worried about work. What do you mean, what am I watching?
Mm-hmm.
But I gotta watch it.
I'm listening to something in the background.
Yeah.
But, I'm not engaged.
I'll tell you what I'm watching. Breaking Bad again, thanks to my fucking neighbor who blasts it.
Nice.
I don't know. I'm gonna ask him for his Wi-Fi password. I'm gonna be like, listen, either you can blast your shit, because I don't want... The box is, next to my head if I set it up. I don't want the EMF.
No. You could set up the box. Now, here's the thing about routers. If you share Wi-Fi with another person, chances are the internet might actually be slower because there's more stuff on that router. Whereas if you just had one device connected to your own router.
I know, but maybe I could, I'll give a few bucks. We can bump it up. Mm-hmm. I definitely wouldn't
put it next to your head. I would put it on not the floor, even though mine is...
Why not
on the floor? I'm on the upper floor, so it doesn't matter. But if you're on the first floor, or if it's not elevated or anyway, there's the whole. What if there's a flood? What if there's?
I'll show you pictures of floods.
And
I just gotta check those.
Shelf is also could be bad because of earthquakes. Like if there's an earthquake right now, that TV you're next to is falling over. Yeah. If not this whole fucking building, It's a lot. There's a lot of bullshit that we have to just go through in life, and a lot of the time I can't attend to it because I'm not focused on it. It's awful. What was the flooding situation in your area?
I will
the other day?
Show it to you.
Dude, we weren't built for this.
No, we aren't.
We were not built for this.
The infrastructure is crumbling.
Yeah.
There's nothing to hold it.
I recorded it at DeResta's place. And his neighborhood, the streets are just flooded, but it's flat.
All wires outside where I'm at. It's
no. Oh
and
my god.
It's several inches, and it's wires, and my internet was out.
No, you got to protect that. Also, rats. They chew on things, and that's just
Speaking of rats, I found rat feces in my bed.
Fuck no.
And my landlord said that it's grounds to move. I can break the lease whenever I want, and I'm like, that's great. Where am I gonna go?
Yeah, exactly. Dude, you said it yourself that place was temporary.
Yeah.
And it's a box. You might as well be living in New York City.
Yeah.
It's
with
box.
the rats. Yeah, I am.
It's a box. So if you could break the lease anytime, you could probably look into getting your full security deposit back since you moved in fairly recently.
Yeah.
If you want to speed it up, you can probably nudge them for your security deposit.
I got a new toilet seat though. It's pretty nice.
Take that shit with you too.
Take
Just
it
rip
all.
the toilet off the foundation
and the
take
shower head, everything. I'm taking it all.
Take all of it. Take the stovetop while you're at it.
Exactly.
So this
is a great pair of Doc Martens. So expensive though. But
no.
I love them.
Yeah, you just stick with what you get. A pair of New Balance shoes and wear those for 2 years.
Fuck me.
That's how you budget it. Yeah, dude, get the hell out of here. Get yourself a roommate, someone you trust.
I know, but I like not having a roommate. But I can't.
Me too.
But I can't live alone. I'm not an alone person.
Yeah, you can. The thing is, between New York and LA is that in LA you can kind of cheat the system with a roommate.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing with my brother right now. We're splitting our rent in half, so we
How
can.
much is your rent if you haven't got
It's $14.95 now. It just went up $70.
That's
Which
not bad. Mine is $13.50 for my box.
for that, yeah, you might as well move to the valley. You might as well, but the thing is, that's really close to your job, so it's,
I know,
it's the convenience. It's Hollywood.
Everything's central.
Yeah,
Except
it's
for
all
Corbin that I have to.
I mean, you just gotta. But the thing is, another thing is, you don't even have a fucking parking spot there.
No, I don't, and
How can you
I've
not
been
have a parking
attacked.
spot
I've been
there?
almost attacked.
That's so stupid. I mean, it's fucking Hollywood. People think Hollywood's like this, glamorous thing, like the tourist stuff. But then you move
you
there
get
and
knifed.
yeah, it's ridiculous. So I mean, look into it. I'm not an expert, but you can definitely find something within that ballpark and split that number.
I'm gonna take a picture.
We're doing a selfie. Oh my god, content is king.
We're doing a selfie.
You fucking dork. But you could be spending basically more or less that same amount of money and live somewhere nicer and have your own space and have basically just about the same space, but you have a living room.
I know you're not a believing person, but I think it's gonna work out. I do believe that like the whole point of me living there is temporary is fate itself, and I like basically me knowing it's temporary is giving me peace, and I'm okay with that.
I have that same mentality, yeah.
Like I'm fine with just like, okay, this is gonna pass, and I'm not even gonna worry about it, and I'm gonna just Uber what I can for safety.
Yeah.
Do what I can, and then my whole goal is just to stay healthy and creative.
Yeah.
And work on my career. Speaking of healthy, so like, does smoking weed and what strains help you with your gut?
Edibles are stronger because you're digesting the weed as opposed to smoking it. I would go for kind of a low dose of. Look at me, I'm the weed doctor. Do how are you with edibles? Like how are you with?
Horrendous. I hate them.
Horrendous. So 10 milligrams, just nothing crazy, but so that the cannabinoids, it's an anti-inflammatory.
Okay.
So you're digesting the weed, and the THC is closer to the affected area as opposed to smoking it, which is mostly up here in your head. Indica is a body high, sativa is a head high. So, probably 10 milligram indica edibles, it makes everything not feeling like knives are going through you. You know what I mean? There's for me, there's always that immense pressure of having to shit. Sometimes it's a fart, sometimes it's not. It's kind of a gamble. And
the old shart.
Yeah, that too. Oh God, you don't want to see the toilet. It's especially after I've just fucking had a blast from the past. It's fucking zombie headshot, it's just fucking horrendous. And
the sounds are awful too.
The sounds are awful. And I can hear my digestion.
And I remember you saying that, and before I got diagnosed, I heard your voice in my head because I was like, I was like, oh my God, I'm hearing it. I'm actually hearing it.
You're hearing it. Yeah.
He's right.
It's not like, oh, your stomach's gurgling because you're hungry. It's different. You can feel and hear, especially when it's super quiet and I'm trying to sleep at night, it's just, and I'm like, what the fuck, dude?
Christy's getting a load of that.
Oh, she's enjoying that so much. God, I hate that I have, because I can't control it sometimes. I can't unless I'm getting up every 2 fucking seconds. And with Christy, I'm happy that she has a roof over her head right now, because I mean, not to go into the specifics of that, but she was met up with a bad situation, and she felt unsafe, and I couldn't just stand there and do nothing.
You're a good guy.
Yeah, I thank you, but it's more than that. It's a fellow comic who is working so hard, so fucking hard, if not more.
Yeah.
And she's just been dealt a bad hand, and I just want to help as much as I can. I wish I could do a comedy commune and take in
We should.
wayward comics who are on the street and hoard them like cats. But
Exactly.
it would be nice, but there's these sacrifices that we all have to make to pursue our goals and stuff. And her living situation was not safe, wasn't good, and she was telling me all about it. I'm like, I got space. I'm never home. I'm out all the time.
I know.
All the time. And I've been working more nights, so that kind of leaves my days. Some of my days, like midweek, I'm open so I can, fucking rest, sleep in, or, do other stuff. I'm always busy. I never stay idle.
Yeah.
And,
I think that's also good for ulcerative colitis. I think, because for me, with the prednisone, with the medication, the second you just start staying still, you just get rigid, your mind goes crazy, and you literally just feel sick. And it's like, you actually have to stay busy. It's a double-edged sword of, not stressing yourself out to the point where, oh, fuck, my stomach hurts, and then not being idle to the point where, oh, fuck, my stomach hurts.
It's weird, because I would work a whole shift and not go to the bathroom once, because I'm doing work. I'm thinking about something else. I'm not thinking about where's the nearest bathroom. And same thing with I'm driving. I'm focused on driving. I'm completely fine when I'm driving. I actually can't remember the last time I had to pull over and take shit in LA.
That did happen to me.
You had to pull over?
I took a shit in the CVS parking lot in West Hollywood.
What was your trick?
There was no trick. There was no
trick?
time.
So... But
I was able to, clean up and do whatever.
I got, a couple rolls of toilet paper in the car.
I rolled out... Thankfully, I had just purchased wipes. But I rolled out the 2-door method.
Yes, that's what I was going to ask. The 2-door method.
Yes, the 2-door method, and I don't know. I mean, those first stages of ulcerative colitis, it's I don't know if I could ever drink a strawberry milkshake again, because that's what it looks like. It's all pink, red.
No reds, no.
I love the color red though, which sucks.
I know. So no red velvet cake.
Yeah.
Even if it is gluten free, none of that. Hawaiian punch is not an option.
No.
Because if you're drinking stuff that has red in it or eating stuff that has red in it, it's hard to tell if it is blood or not. And that's
Am I okay with this?
Yeah, you're fine with that. Plus it's liquid.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're fine with that. With red stuff, red meat's not my friend really. Beef and pork doesn't sit well with me anymore.
Yeah.
Chicken and fish is an option.
I had a Chipotle bowl. It was good. It was fine.
You may have to cut out spicy food.
I cut out spicy food.
I'm so sorry.
I
did the same thing.
But my Chipotle bowl, because they did recommend for me to have dairy just for calcium and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what I had earlier today. And I haven't gone to the bathroom once because of it. I don't want to jinx it. But basically I had chicken, cheese, the pico de gallo, beans, and white rice.
White rice,
and that's it. It was so simple.
Fiber's kind of a tricky one because it depends on what kind of fiber, because it's harder to digest. It doesn't do well?
Because there's a difference, soluble fiber versus...
Versus seeds or something. Seeds, for me, didn't work because it scratched up the insides.
Oh, the chia seeds?
Yeah, I would have things like dragon fruit that's got seeds in it, and I wouldn't digest the seeds at all. The seeds would just fly back out. Same with lettuce and raw vegetables. For some reason, my gut just did not digest the vegetables.
Yeah.
Shout out slices of, if I had a pizza with mushrooms on it, the mushrooms would come back out the same. Literally just through me. So my digestive system is not doing the work because it hurts and it's exhausted, so it just doesn't do it unless it's cooked or something. It's very peculiar, and it's different for everyone.
With your Medi-Cal, would you ever consider getting on the masala bean again? It's cheap. It's $2.
Yeah, I've taken the holistic approach. It's been hit and miss, but I have a huge mistrust with Western medicine.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it was called, but I did take something that my insurance was able to cover, and I couldn't, like, my pee would turn orange, and it said to not stay out in the sun too long. And I'm already a ginger, so I'm like, way ahead of you. Got it. But, like, my pee would be orange. I'm like, huh? Like,
Yeah.
the side effects would be strange, and like, fuck, my piss would smell weird. I was still, like, in exhausting pain. It didn't, like, hurt or help either. So I would rather just be cleaner on my diet and try to manage my stress, and that's already, like, I haven't, like, my Mondays are my rest days, is where I do nothing.
Yeah, Monday
Nothing.
for me, I like kind of calibrate what I have to do for the week.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just hit it hard for the rest of the week.
Yeah.
So
You need a day of rest. And that's like last Monday I was like, oh, I could have got up early and like handled the car shit and other stuff in my life. But I was like, no, I'm too I'm gone. And I've had a full day today because after this I got to drop all these files and then go work my fuck shit.
yeah, definitely.
And then I got to come back home and edit. And then I got to release the content Friday morning and put all that out.
Yeah.
Go do flappers and fucking maybe hit a mic after that. I don't know. When was the last time you hit like an open mic that's other than the stuff you do?
The stuff I do.
Yeah.
Oh my
Other than
God.
Hilda Dion and Corbin, like do you hit
I don't
any?
know. I mean I do Liquid Zoo. But I live in Hollywood, right? So like I need to start
Doing all those Valley mics.
I know. I
or-
want to bring Hilda Dion. I want to do a Hilda Dion crawl. I want to go to Vegas and do a crawl. I want to like just bring my format to
Yeah,
people.
you mentioned that over the phone.
Yeah.
You want to do a Hilda Dion in Vegas.
Or other
in the
places.
summer. Other
Apparently
places?
Copa, you know,
Copa's good.
Bork is like out there.
Mm-hmm.
Udek is out there.
Have you? Shit, Third Wheel might charge you for the time because if you do because they do a lot of
Evan
themed mics.
Warner came to Hilda Dion.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Because I guess something happened with Third Wheel. We had a lot of Third Wheel people come to Hilda Dion.
Interesting.
I guess something happened. But
You know what I think it is? Other than my own experience with Third Wheel getting like kicked in the nuts, punched in the nuts rather, like I've kept my distance a little bit.
well, yeah.
But also, like, my availability has gotten in the way, too. But the thing is with that place is that it's a good mic. It's a good idea, but way too many people show up. And so it becomes harder and harder to get on. And who...
Yeah, no. I've always wanted Hilda Dion to be kind of just fringe, its own, like, you know, like, if everyone's doing, like, the basic stuff, then we can be like the A24 of mics. Like, just like hit or miss, but it's gonna be something.
It'll be something.
It'll be something.
What are some bad A24 movies, in your opinion?
Oh, fucking A. Everybody raves about, what's it called?
Hereditary?
Yeah, I didn't care too much about Hereditary.
I liked it, but I laughed at it.
I know.
I thought it was funny.
Yeah, like I don't know. And then the one with the
Lighthouse? The Witch?
actually, I love Robert Pattinson.
Yeah.
No, the one where is it Dev Patel where he's like
A drummer or no?
no he's like it's a lore. He's like is it Dev Patel where he is like in like some Lord of the Rings world where he's like defending things.
Oh God, I couldn't
You know
tell
what
you.
I'm talking
I know what you're
about.
talking about, but I don't remember what it's called.
And it's probably not Dev Patel, but yeah.
It's an A24?
Yeah,
one?
it's
Oh,
like
man.
I don't know about all that. Like, and then I think was Lamb in A24 that freaked me out.
Lamb? Oh, I've heard about that one. Yeah,
That might have
'cause
freaked me out too
They
much.
have those creepy ones, but then they have Marcel the Shell. It's all cute and like
I
fucking
know,
hipstery
right?
and all that.
I don't know. Have you ever watched The Skin I Live In with
No.
Antonio Banderas?
No, but that sounds fucking terrible.
It is. No, it's really good. You
It's
gotta
good?
watch it.
Well, like I said before, like I haven't been able to consume any new movies. Like I watched the last new movie I watched was Violent Night over the holidays.
Was that good?
It was good because I expected what I got from it. A little campy, a little corny, had its funny moments, and it's
That's how I felt about Megan. It was great.
it's ultimately like a fucking jerk off action scene. There's some gore in there. You know, it has its...
Who's the actors in it?
Dan Harbour is Santa.
Oh, yes.
Dan Harbour is Santa. And, I mean, he's the main... John Leguizamo is the bad guy in that movie. Johnny Legs.
Johnny Legs.
Yeah. He is part of a, like, team of mercenaries that are, like, robbing these rich people. And Santa just happens to drop in on this house. And there's, like... It's the middle of a home invasion. And Santa's like, oh, shit, I have to defend these people.
I need to post a story, but I gotta hide it from my coworker right now.
Oh, no. Do you have to hide all your stuff from work?
No.
No?
But she's the only one that follows me. And so I
think what you do off the clock is your business.
Out here, like, reviewing different strains of weeds and like, reviewing sex toys.
It's a medical thing, and it's important, and, you know, you're gonna be living with this for... The rest... Is it on me now?
Yes, it's on you now.
So you're going to be living with this for pretty much the rest of your life. And all you can do about it is be in remission. Look at her. Look at her just filming my shit. Just This is so authentic.
This is great. This is how it's done.
This is the most authentic thing ever.
This is the podcast studio.
This is the Joe Rogan experience.
This is an experience.
This is the fighter and the kid. This is Theo Vaughn's whatever the fuck it is. Oh my god. So you wanted to start one. You had the idea of doing A Hill to Die On as a podcast as well. And for those who don't know, explain it. Explain
A Hill to Die On as a podcast, but with everything going on, I gotta make sure this
explain the show. We didn't even get to that. Like for those who don't know about A Hill to Die On, your mic. Explain the theme of that. Princess of Dead Air.
I am Princess of Dead Air. Okay, Hill to Die On, the format. Mm-hmm. It is new, innovative, amazing. I came up with the title itself because you should have a hill to die on no matter how stupid it is. Mm-hmm. And I was tired of light you at 6, you know, like everything else.
Every mic is just the same.
Alec Pritchard helped me come up with the actual format of the 3 minutes of, hey, so like my hill to die on is Denny's is better than IHOP. So then you do that for 3 minutes. Mm-hmm. And then the first light, no matter where you are, you say, is this a hill to die on? Is this a hill to die on? And then the audience will say yes because we have a short list all the time.
Right.
And then those extra 3 minutes, you keep going for 3 minutes, you could do another hill. You could do a bit. You could sing. You could shit the bed. I don't know, whatever you want to do. And so he helped me fine-tune that format. But I went up to Andy, Ryan McGranahan was with me. Ryan McGranahan also helped me, we were brainstorming, spitballing ideas, so I want to give some credit to him too. But, basically late, it was 3 a.m., I called Andy Potrello over from Corbin Bowl. I was on, various states of not soberness, and I was like, I want my own night. I want my own night. I want something that's different. That's fucking different from every other mic in this stupid-ass fucking city. And I was, grabbing his knees, yelling at him, and then he was like, sure, just tell me what you want to come up with.
Grabbing his knees?
Yeah, I was he was sitting there, and I was
all right. Oh, he was sitting.
He was sitting,
all right. I had a different image in my head.
No. And he's very respectful, and I'm very crazy, and he would shoo me away, because I'm a wild banshee. But, basically, and so Ryan McGrath is just standing there, too, and I was like, I want this night, and then, much like an unplanned pregnancy that I had to follow through with, I gave birth to it. Now it's fine.
Now it's yours.
Now it's me and Alec, and now it's our baby. And we have disagreements all the time about everything, but we're comics, so
you're getting help. You don't have to do all the hard work for your show. And plus, Corbin Bowl on Thursdays is split 3 ways. You host some of that too.
And we have to, because guts are falling out. Adam's in Mexico. Ryan has 10 kids. Yeah. I mean, you know.
Yeah, you wear multiple hats, and you want to make sure you're doing a good job at it. And I think you are doing a really good job. It's a really good idea, and I'm sorry I haven't been able to go
You need
to
to
all
go,
of them.
Jake.
I went. It's just life just fucking gets in
I
the way,
know,
man.
But it's the
Work
freshest,
gets-
newest, best.
I know.
What's
I'm gonna.
your hill?
I've got a few. And I didn't go to the one that actually makes the whole thing more interesting. Because
we end on some weird.
No.
Yeah,
Because I want to eventually do like Patreon exclusive stuff in the future, like a part 2 bonus section where it's uncensored and like all the shit talking, and the only way that anyone would find out about it is through a paywall.
Yeah.
And who
Can
honestly?
I slurp for ASMR?
Yes. Good God. Let me help you with that.
This is also on the Patreon.
It's all for the Patreon. Well, I mean, I want to do that eventually, but if shit gets found out, you have to pay for it. And how much would you be willing to pay to potentially hear any spilt tea?
$2.
You pay $2?
I'm so serious.
So I'm at
That's
one.
good.
Yeah, I can for my Patreon. It's as low as $1 a month. You get all the bonus content, which I have shared with you. Some bonus content, even though you're not a member.
Well, that's because I'm a lucky girl.
Yeah, you're lucky. There's special people with special privileges that get to do it. Like I showed you the Cringe City test footage, which I don't even know if, because it's a good idea, but there's so much. That idea is so heavy that I feel like I would need a small army to pull it off.
You could do it.
Like it would be like a mockumentary with like a crew and stuff.
Yeah.
I would need bodies. I would need people for that. Like I can't just fucking go to and just film whatever all the horrible fucking shit that goes on in that place.
We need to edit on the thing I want to do with the bar crawl and Hilda Dion bringing it to like Ventura whatever is like literally editing it on the go, like having stuff where I could just put out. But the only way to do that really I think is TikTok, where you're just putting out like random stuff and then you schedule people's posts, so it's not like fucking Danny Archilla and Kenny Lyon, where they're both going live at the same time in the same car, so you hear ringing back and forth. Like that, absolutely not.
Right.
I love them and all, but no.
You also need to backlog footage. Like this is going out 2 weeks from now.
Yeah.
So I'm backlogging a bunch of stuff so it doesn't
you should do
add
sound
on.
bites.
Sound
like,
bite?
where we're like anal leakage. Or something like
Exactly. That's the promotional stuff. Like Elena.
By the way, I don't have anal leakage if I don't consume caffeine or lots of sugar.
Sugar? Yeah. You're at the 7 gram limit
I'm
of
at
sugar.
the 7, yeah.
So that means, oh my god, that's so many things in America. Donuts and fucking sugary cereal and fucking pancakes with syrup. I mean, you don't have that stuff anyway because of the gluten.
I know.
But like it just makes your life a living hell because we'll get
in remission. I'll get in remission. I have faith. I think it's gonna be fine. I think I'm following your advice to the T, the 90-day detox, alcohol.
Don't do it.
Which is June 5th.
June 5th, that's your 90-day mark?
Yeah.
So see how you feel at that time.
Yeah.
And then depending on where you're at, maybe you can reintroduce
a glass of champagne
back into your life.
Yeah.
And occasionally have something. But if you react like immediately, like negatively, like I had a brief relapse a year and a half into my sobriety where I had a cocktail and I literally, my body rejected it.
Oh my god.
It like rejected it instantly and I spit it and I like yacked it back up.
Was that when you had to do the taste test for that guy?
Taste test?
You swirled it.
Taste test?
You did a Jack and Coke taste test for a guy.
Yeah, I did a Jack, but that was 4 years after. I spit that out. I didn't swallow it. So this was, I had a CBD infused cocktail, and I was curious.
Is CBD good for all this?
I don't know. It's actually...
Jury's out.
The jury's not out on that yet, because, I mean, you've had CBD before, and...
Yes, John DeResta gives me
CBD joints. But the thing is about CBD is that you'd have to have so much of it. You can't just have a little couple of hits of a CBD joint.
Yeah.
And it's also like a meditation. It's just like smoking a cigarette. You're breathing in and you're breathing out.
Yeah.
So you're already relaxing. As opposed to ingesting it, I'm really not sure. But my body immediately rejected that cocktail. And I threw it up as if I had 5 of them. And I only had 1. And I was like, okay, I'm not doing it again.
Yeah.
It's out of my life. Don't need it. Don't need it. So back to Hill to Die On. It's a really good idea, and it's something that I think can go on the road. You just have to have some dedicated people to spread the gospel.
Yes.
And,
it's gonna be culty. We're gonna dress in purple. It's gonna be culty.
What if you introduced the idea to different scenes around the country?
That's what we
and
want to
there was
do.
a Hill to Die On, not just you doing it, but someone that you might vibe with, maybe in like New Mexico or Arizona.
Yeah,
or
like different hill to die on.
Different, like the Rockies. That's a hill to like that's
Arizona. Somewhere there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Set up different camps. This is a cult. This is a religion. Okay. I'm inducting you into it.
And what's cool about it is that it's an idea because you take an idea that you're passionate about, and you can, and because you care about it, it's inherently funny because of the cadence and the jazz of it. I've found myself just getting royally pissed off at shit, and my friends would laugh. And I'm like, "Oh my god, why are you laughing?" And they're like, "It's just funny how you're mad about it." Like people like, "Oh god, I bet there's people's opinions about COVID and their hill to die on, so to speak." And that's
we got real. It was like there was a Sizzle was there. It was kind of like a stop and start Asian hate hill to die on.
Oh my gosh, start Asian
because of all of their success with everything everywhere all at once. And so what I said, and I'll say it on here, you don't have to bleep it out, is I was like, I'm happy for Asians. But like, what do we get? We get Marvel. We get Namor. We get somebody with
as in Latino,
like a literal a wet bat. Like that's our representation. Yeah. And we get a George Lopez reboot. Like my people are creative and deserve more.
Why is Lord George Lopez getting a reboot?
I don't know. He's a piece of shit, and he cheated on his wife after she gave him a kidney.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
that's terrible. Oh my god.
Also, maybe not the soundbite of the Asians. We can
does it reboot at 3:00 in the morning still?
No.
Because hopefully no one watches it. Why does you're adjacent to the business. Do you have Do you have any inkling why people think reboots are a good idea?
Because unfortunately they are. I mean, from a ratings perspective, it is something that people can turn to. Is every reboot going to be successful? No, but I mean, look at Night Court. They're doing stuff. I mean, it's a hit or miss, but it's more of a hit because it was a hit. You know what I mean?
It was a hit back then.
It's tried and true.
So it'll be a hit again. As opposed to taking a risk. And that's
why reboots are always going to be in the conversation more than originals, because it's just a proven method.
Are books technically reboots?
I haven't read a book since 2016.
Like a movie based on a book.
Oh,
yeah. Is that technically a reboot? Because it's basically the movie that the director is playing in their head.
No, I think it's original.
It's original?
Yeah.
Even if it's based off a book?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you consider it a reboot if it's a TV series version of the movie, or vice versa?
That's a reboot.
That's a reboot?
Yeah.
I just think that Hollywood isn't taking risks on original stuff, and there's literally thousands of screenwriters, and some of them probably have good ideas, but like the nepotism and this idea is already familiar.
I've been in it for years. Yeah. I think the only way to really do it, because I want to write for television, and I will, and I'm close to it, and unfortunately, I'm taking the long road there, but you just gotta be weird as fuck and keep doing your weird shit and, try not to let the city eat you.
Yeah. Well, you also have the freedom of being independent.
Yeah.
And, I mean, that's got its own pathway and all that. I mean, Netflix will pick up anything.
Well, not these days anymore. Streaming is shutting down a lot. They're literally because the business plan for streaming was more. Now it's like.
Yeah. And you're not getting the same, like my mentor, she's on a hit TV show, and it's on cable, but it's also streaming on Hulu.
Yeah.
And more people stream it, and then when it comes to things like residual checks and all that, they can't get the numbers.
Residuals are trash. Actors
Yeah.
aren't paid as much anymore.
No,
I
no.
mean, you know, Sydney Sweeney did a whole article about it. I mean, no one cried for her, but she did make some good points,
Right.
you know, about it.
Because these guys, I mean, you know, these actors, some of them, the successful ones, you know, they've got money to burn,
Yeah.
but they also have to spend money too, and they get taxed like 3 times. The 10% that goes to their agent, the 10% that goes to
Jennifer
SAG.
Anderson, the
Yeah.
they're above it. They scored when it was good. Anyone coming in new to the game, it's not
Yeah.
stacked for you.
No.
It's not good.
No.
You have to do brand deals.
Yeah.
You have to whore yourself out. To
Annual
get a check.
dues. Yeah.
Anything.
They keep taking money for. So if you get.
Oh yeah, you're sad.
If you have an interview on Jimmy Kimmel or whatever.
Yeah.
What's the flat rate? 800 something? So your agent gets 10% of that. The SAG gets 10% of that.
Get a piece of the pie.
And then there's the normal like state taxes on top of that. So almost a third, more than a third of your income is going back to the government and the people that represent you. And so
Yeah.
then you're walking away with maybe $400. And then what? When's the next gig? Fuck if I know. You know, it's peaks and valleys. You could ride the wave or you can get nothing. I was talking to DeResta about because I wanted his insight on the sitcom that he had, and
Yeah.
I mean it was because I asked him like what was episode 3 like because he shot like a whole season like
Yeah.
while it was filming like was it like were you euphoric, was it amazing? And he's like
Yeah.
no, it was shit. It was shit.
Yeah.
The whole process was just ugly.
Stressful.
Yeah, and on top of that, it was based on himself, but he wasn't acting like himself. So it's soul crushing on top of that, because it's not him. And Hollywood has standards and practices. Oh, he's a cop. He smokes pot, listens to metal.
Oh, I know about standards practice.
TV doesn't want the pot part, especially in the late '90s.
Yeah.
They were just like, no, we got to make it more like campy and.
Hey, he should reboot it now. It'd
That's
be perfect.
That's what I told him.
Oh my god.
That's what I told him.
God rest a reboot.
It has to happen. I mean,
It has to happen. We're ready for it.
Change the whole script.
We are
you know.
ready for a John DeResta reboot.
You hear that, John? You hear that, John? I know you're listening,
ready.
John.
We're ready.
I know you're in this to win this, John. And I told him after we were done recording, and I'm like, because he told me like just the plot of the first 3 episodes, I'm like, oh my god, this is so relevant now.
This is I could help him screenwrite it. We could help him.
It can really
John,
work.
we can help you.
It can really work. The pilot episode is about his son cross-dressing.
His millennial maggot son.
Yeah, his millennial maggot son cross-dressing.
Oh
that
my
was
God.
the pilot episode in 1999. And now, like, drag is a hot button topic
Yeah.
right now. And that could just... That
Yeah.
could work because
we should make
just
it even more offensive. I think things need to be more offensive.
more offensive. And it wouldn't even be on TV.
Yeah.
Just make it ourselves.
Make it ourselves. Fuck
Make it yourself, or, you know, have it get picked up, give it a pitch deck and all that stuff, and really, like, have creative freedom, because that was the problem with that show. That show failed was because John had no creative input, and the show was about him.
Yeah, well, of course,
So-
executives are going to exec.
Yeah, and these people don't know how to write. They just put money into stuff. They don't fucking know anything. They're a bunch of psych. Some of them do. I don't know. You might disagree.
I can't speak.
Yeah, some of them know what they're doing, but some of
They're
them
there
are
to
like,
guide the process, and they do have wisdom, but
Yeah.
again, at the end of the day, executives are executives, writers are writers.
yeah. And people fight so much in writers' rooms.
Oh, yeah.
It's like being in a band. You're in a creative relationship with a bunch of people, and you all have to agree on the task at hand.
Yeah.
And it's so. I mean, that's why I'm doing this, because it's all my control. I don't
Yeah,
want
I
want
like
some
that.
network producer over my shoulder. I'm like, hey man, you can't talk about anal leakage. Hey man, you can't talk about a specific hill to die on or something like that. We can't. Oh, that's not going to resonate with our focus groups. It's not really hitting.
Yeah.
Fuck the focus group.
Bleep it out. Bleep it out.
Bleep it. I will.
Yeah.
I will bleep it. Oh, this is going to be so many bleeps. I'm going to love this.
But yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do the unedited version for the Patreon exclusive, and then I'll have the edited version out. How does that break you?
Okay, the edit.
So anyone who does find out has to pay through. So no one will find out because no one's.
But the Patreon one has to be like $5. Like, it has to be a lot of money.
There are
Tiers.
there are $1, $3, and $5 tiers
Okay.
on my Patreon.
And let me just say
Yeah.
this on record. I am here talking about ulcerative colitis. This is a medical thing, and so I didn't get prior approval from my boss, but this is not just to dick around.
Right. No, for real, because it really puts your life in shambles, and you can't enjoy.
And
the
I need
same
to
stuff.
talk to somebody that's like, hey,
Yeah.
because I can't walk up to people and be like, hey, does your poop also look like a strawberry milkshake, and how long does that last? Like, you know what I mean? Like, wait, like, I don't know. Like,
I be shitting. That's what it stands for, man. I be shitting.
I be shitting.
Yep.
We need to make that. We need to
Oh
make
yeah.
I be shitting.
Okay. Well, actually, that's a joke from a comic from Oklahoma City who also has IBS. His name's Justin Keithley. We talked about it when I was over there, and he talked about how
Is it okay if I get a glass of water?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Yeah.
We had to talk about how he lost his forklifting job because he had to get off the forklift and
Is he not
and
forklift
shit so
certified?
much. No, he's forklift certified, and he had to shit constantly to the point where his job just canned his shit.
What do you mean canned his shit?
Canned his shit. Well, let me press that pause button real quick.
Yeah.
This is kind of a new chapter in your life, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And Christy wanted to talk to you. Okay, because I don't know if you noticed on Sunday at Liquid Zoo when I mentioned Jonathan David.
Yeah.
And the cord of the mic was getting all like fucky.
Yeah.
And I was helping Ryan like put shit away, and he goes like, "Dude, I think he was talking. I think he was like trying to reach us, because
Really?
no one had no one the cord never made that like disconnecting like staticky sound, and I was the only one that brought him up that night. I shouted him out, and right after that, that's when the cord started getting fucked up. So I kind of had like a little bit of oh, there's the ghosts of Jonathan David is here in this building. He's with us now. I don't know him as well as you did, but Christy wanted to talk to you. I mean, she's not here, but I'm curious too if how you're feeling about that, and if you're comfortable like talking about him.
Well,
Yeah.
what's
I'm
the
sorry.
question?
Well, the question is, do you feel like you had to take on more responsibility because of his passing?
Yeah, I mean, in a way that we all did, because we all had to come together, because it was like so unexpected. I mean, he was sick for a couple of days, and then he just fucking died, and the world shifted on its axis. And he brought me in. He, treated me so well. No one has treated me better since, I would say. And, we truly, like, as a community, like, I know people say that, but we did not deserve him. Like, he was really good.
He was a really good dude.
And, everything that, like, bad that happens around us, whether it's like, even if it's like Adam getting like fucking food poisoning in Mexico, or like me with ulcerative colitis, I just think every moment I'm like, this moment could be made better if he was still here.
Yeah, for sure.
That's just the thought, like, and when you die, you would hope that like people think, hey, if this person was here, this moment would be made better. And like, there's just, like, I could have seen him last time when he was at UBG and I didn't. And so there's always, like, the guilt you get where, like, oh, if only I just saw that person that won last time. But he helped me with my comedy. He would always tell me to go up on stage. I don't think anyone really liked me for the first 2 years because I was just, like, a super drunk girl trying comedy and kind of annoying. And... just like doing my own thing, but he kind of molded me from that, and then everybody could see how much he cared about me, and everybody could see that I'm a lot more than just someone who wanted to talk about a breakup at Liquid Zoo in 2018 when I walked over there. Like, it evolved. Like, we all became more more rounded people with each other because of his passing. We all got to see the individuality within each other, and that's, I think, his greatest gift that he left us, is that like we can't ever forget that we are a community. That's why Jeremy Paul and Richie, they came and like helped me clean out my apartment because it was just like filthy because I was gone for 5 days.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, like, I mean, when you're in the bouts of ulcerative colitis, you don't have time for anything.
No.
Like, so it is literally Chernobyl. It's like a murder
Mm-hmm.
scene. Thankfully, I wore the hazmat. I went in there and I got all the stuff out. But
Mm-hmm.
like, I mean, you're talking about like 5 days of just waste, like human waste, that I had to clear out. Like, that's insane. And
Mm-hmm.
Richie with the Swiffer outside, Jeremy
Yeah.
bringing the trash bags. Like, we're all a community. And
Yeah.
like, and I don't know if you were there on Sunday, but like Jeremy like volunteers like to help out with, you know, people that can't like really see their kids or need visitation.
Yeah, he talked about that on stage.
Like,
Yeah, no,
I know we all say crazy, dumb, stupid, even racist things and very controversial stuff, but like, we're all at our core like really good people.
Yeah.
And we all deserve to be there for each other. Like,
Yeah, that's
and
really
that's
the
what
community.
we need to keep.
Yeah, that has to stay. Yeah.
That has to stay.
Yeah.
Like, I know there's pettiness going around.
Mm-hmm.
Who said what? Things, you know, that have went down, but
Who's
like,
fucking who's getting fat, like who's
yeah.
getting more gigs than somebody else, or who's stealing jokes, just drama, gossip,
it's so much
bullshit.
drama.
Yeah.
It all needs to stop immediately because
Yeah.
it's just, it's like not worth it.
Because it
So-
feels like high school all over again. When
It
it's
is- yeah,
when it's
it
the
does.
negative side of it. It feels like why we're fighting over nothing when we should be lifting each other up, because this is a solo business at the end of the day.
Yeah, and
And,
everybody's
you
in
know,
it for themselves. So
course.
don't be a dick. Like,
Right, yeah.
You know,
Everybody's literally, and not to even like take things personally, but everybody's literally thinking about themselves. So
Yeah.
when I hear people complain about, oh, you know, I had a bad set because it was only comics watching and no one gives a shit. I mean, it's not because of you, dude. It's because they're thinking about their fucking work.
Yeah.
If they're taking it seriously, you know, they're not paying attention because they're thinking about, oh, how do I craft this joke,
Yeah.
or whatever. I like that it's a community more than a clique, because I've
Yeah.
definitely felt that in other factions of not just LA, but when I was in Oklahoma as well. The scene was really small over there, and there's not a
Yeah.
lot of us. And, you know, it's kind of like you bump into the neighbor at the grocery store kind of deal. Like, really
Yeah.
small town. And you had to hear everyone's bullshit. And
Yeah.
nobody wanted to really throw in some money into the hat as a collective to help each
Yeah.
other produce shows, because a lot of people over there, there's like 3 guys in the whole scene that produce and book shows locally, not at like the corporate level,
Yeah.
as opposed to here where it's like fucking hundreds. It's literally 3 guys and they all fight with each other over like, you know, who wants to do what, and they're working separately. They're not working
Yeah.
together. Whereas if they worked more together, the scene would thrive
Yeah.
and comedy would be like promoted better.
Yeah.
But people are like you said, in it for themselves.
Yeah.
And yet some of the same people don't, you know, do the same amount of work.
Yeah.
And it's frustrating. And but you still got to be around these folks. And it's really good that you guys were able to, you know, that people were able to lend you a hand. And I
want to lend people a hand. I mean,
Yeah.
like, I'm always here. Like, call me whenever. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like, I'm
Christy's on my floor, you know, we're helping each other.
We are helping each
Yeah,
other.
because we're all in the trenches, man.
Yeah.
And there's different factions of people that
And
that
there's
do
different
the same.
trenches and even higher levels of trenches, and you're still in it. You're still in
Yep.
the trenches.
Yep.
That's the funny thing. That's the fuck of it all.
Mm-hmm.
I have to work 2 jobs.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I don't know. But that's Jonathan's biggest contribution, amongst other things, is just like, just making sure that whole spirit of us never ever like leaving each other behind
Yeah.
is something I'm so grateful for, and you know, I hope more people like that come through the scene.
I hope so. I believe
And
it.
you're definitely one of them too.
I believe it. I believe it because there's so many. I mean, I remember I've already talked about this on stuff that's going to come out, but like I remember how I felt when I got a drink ticket as payment, and I'm like, oh, this is how this works.
Yeah.
Okay. And I was like, all right, if I ever get to this level, I want to do better than that.
Yeah.
Not that that's a bad thing. I'm not trying to like shit on it and discredit it, or whatever, but I want to pay people. I want people to feel valued.
Yeah.
I want people to also use that as an incentive to bring their A game.
Yeah.
And do well, because that's what we all want from each other, you know? And we all want to promote each other's stuff, and we want to support each other. And that's another big reason why I have you on here, is to spread the word, you know, of all your stuff. And literally everyone wins.
Yeah.
Everybody wins. Hopefully I get a studio one day and I can just welcome in people that I don't know as well.
Yeah.
Into my house.
It'll be good.
You know, it's a goal.
Hey, have Alec on here to talk about his whole thing too.
Yeah, I'll put him in the rotation.
In a rotation.
I mean,
he
I had
good stuff to say.
when I had Ryan and Christy and Ryan were on the hospice trap house where we had 3 mics, and Ryan just sat on the couch and he like held the microphone, and I fucked up because I didn't save the audio file. I didn't export it.
Oh my god.
So I had to use the camera audio, and I was like, fuck, I hate myself. I don't want to put out this episode. But I was like, but we just did like a whole hour and change. I can't just throw that away. Like, I have to keep the show going.
Yeah.
So it's through trial and error. By doing it a lot, I'm getting better and better as I go.
You are fantastic.
And if I really want 3 people on at the same time, I need a 3rd camera.
Yeah.
I need a 3rd one right over here. So person number, because that's how I'm like trying to shoot.
Yeah.
Carly's episode was a lot.
The foot in the shot.
The foot in the shot, it was just, I hated it. I
love you, but I mean, it janky.
I know. I know. I was not thinking. Because
and then the bright spots randomly coming out.
Yeah, you're gonna see that because the clouds are clearing up, and like I'm not controlling the light. Whereas if we were shooting at night, I would have that lamp and all that. Like, it is not. I'm never gonna be happy with this for a long time.
Yeah.
But it's the consistency and just doing it. And plus, it's not even just video. There's gonna be an audio version of it too. So for people who don't want to fucking look at our dumb faces. But
we're so pretty.
We're still gorgeous. Look at my taint tickler. Oh. Totally has exotic lizards inside of the van that he lives in. I'm such a fuck. Oh my god. But yeah, dude, I think you should do, because I gave you a 2-channel. I gave you some of my old equipment. Mm-hmm. And
you gotta show me how to work it.
I'll show you how to work it. And you know, you gotta be able to do something. You got to be able to put anything out there, because this generation of comedy is fucking content daily. It's
daily. Yeah, it is daily.
Daily.
I'm saying it's daily.
If I don't put something out, I'm like, oh no, I'm not going to be in the algorithm anymore. Oh my god.
Yeah, exactly.
Bookers are going to notice it. Like, oh, there's a stint there. He's in a slump. Oh, he's not working as hard.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I'm just being judged.
It's like, no, I'm on the fucking toilet. Jesus.
Yeah. I've learned not to like stay on, because I get hemorrhoids too. Because if you push hard and force it out, it's gonna ultimately hurt you.
Wait, this might be United Healthcare. Just wait 1 second.
Is the healthcare gods demanding money from you?
Yeah, probably. And
oh, we've looked at your account and we're seeing an outstanding balance of 3,004, like, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I don't know.
I have a payment plan for my dental issue. And I'm going to be paying off this dental plan for like the next year, because I got to get all 4 of my wisdom teeth pulled out, and it's $1,500 deposit.
Dude, we should get veneers.
Veneers? What are they?
Veneers, like pearly whites.
Pearly whites? I'll wait. I want to take good care of these, man. I want to take good care of them. And I already took out. They already took out 2 cavities. I'm like, oh, this is going to get worse when I get older if I don't watch it. Like, I literally did my own like tartar treatment when I shouldn't have.
Oh shit! I'm about to do that.
Yeah, because I had a little bit of shit back there.
I have a tartar, yeah.
Yeah, I took care of it and I handled it, and
was it like, it's painful? It's probably a bitch.
No, it was like I kind of MacGyvered a mini chisel, and I just like lightly tacked it.
Yeah.
I thought of this idea on edibles. I'm like, hey, let's handle it yourself instead of spend $200, $300 to fuck. And I got like most of it without any issue.
Wow.
But I'm gonna do a follow up with like a cleaning, and it's not gonna be as heavy. Okay. You know, because I've got like plaque in some places too. But like the spots I could see, that I can like see by looking at in there, I like chipped away at it, and I was like really high on edibles, and I'm like, this is annoying.
Oh my god,
I'm
I
like,
gotta do that.
I'm like, this doesn't have to be here. Like, I just went in there. I'm like, I could have easily like pierced my gums.
I know.
I was so careful, and I'm like, I should have applied myself more. I could have done this for a living. I don't know.
Apply yourself.
I know. God, public school.
But yeah.
You went to public school?
I went to all the schools except for boarding school.
Ugh. I'm so dumb. I'm so dumb. LAUSD, we're dumb. I'm literally dumb.
No, Baltimore's dumb. Apparently, they're not teaching anything.
They're not teaching shit?
They're just teaching pronouns. They're just teaching pronouns. They're not teaching anything.
Oh, God. I saw this thing.
Like the zays there, like that thing. I know what you're talking about.
I'm seeing, that kind of stuff is being... And, I'm not against it. I'm just confused by it. And this could be another hill to die on.
Yeah.
Like neo-pronouns. Like, okay, there's they, them. All right, cool. I'm on board now.
Yeah.
I understand. But, like, Faye, Fair, Z's... What is this? This is...
Aziz Ansari.
Yeah, shit like that. And
Identified as
star seeds. What the fuck?
Phoenix Rising is a star seed.
What the fuck is that?
Have her on your show.
No. No.
Please have Phoenix.
Absolutely not. No.
Please have Phoenix Rising on your show.
I feel like she's just going to fucking try to, like, read my mind telepathically, and she's not actually saying anything, and she's just, I'm trying to see your aura.
The girl,
she's one of
the
those.
woman Kenny fucked is she calls me on Snapchat a lot.
Oh, God.
I don't answer, but
Ugh.
yeah.
Is it the one I'm thinking of?
Yes.
Oh, God. Why?
Because
Why?
comedy is a sexually transmitted disease, and now she's an open micer.
Ugh. Cool. But some people just shouldn't do it.
Yeah, I know.
Some people, I mean, if you want to do it for a hobby, that's cool. It's just, but the thing is, comedy to me is not fucking karaoke. There's people that do it that should not be doing it.
Yeah.
And it's an art form that, I don't know, because I'm bit by the bug. Out of all the things I joke about.
Yeah,
out of all the things I joke about, like, I take comedy so seriously. Like, I don't have fun. Like, I mean, comedy's fun, and it's bled with my social life, but I want to sit down and play video games. I want to binge watch a show. I want to be lazy.
You want to do other stuff?
I want to do other stuff. I want to go on a hike. I want to go to Big Bear. I want to spend my money on
I
something
wanna go
cool.
to Big Bear.
Yeah, I want a Big Bear would be great right now. All that fucking snow melt, dude. Oh, it'd be. But like, I literally fucking can't.
Yeah.
I said I looked up a concert that's happening next week at the Regent. $30. $30 to see a death metal band.
That's not bad.
It's not bad at all, but it's like on a Wednesday night, and I gotta make money, and
Go to that concert.
Nope. I already made my decision, and also the lead singer had a family emergency, so they have some other fucking guy, and it's like not the band, so I'm like, okay, I have an excuse not to.
Yeah.
I mean, they all sound the same anyway. It's all like it's that shit.
Yeah.
Love that shit so much. Another hill to die on.
Yes.
Metal music is superior to all other genres.
Wow.
Superior. We're mentally adjusted. We're happier than most people because we use that angry outlet, and we don't put that on others. We put it into just the feeling of it. We're smarter because of the complicated musical notes, and we're able to like understand it and vibe it. I think I don't know. I just think metal is fucking superior as fuck. Pop, 3-chord punk, ugh.
3-chord punk.
3-chord punk, not.
I don't give a shit. Katy Perry, in her heyday, was a cultural reset, and Lady Gaga has never slipped once, except for that one album she did with that senior citizen. But still.
I don't think she slipped, but she had her weird phase where she wore the meat dress. You remember that? I
know, but we were ready for it as a society.
Yeah.
And also, like, her whole thing with Bradley Cooper. I get it. Mm-hmm. Bad timing.
Yeah. Oh, God.
I'm the queen of that.
They should Eskimo kiss their schnozzes.
Yeah, big noses.
Both of them.
Yep.
Speaking of big noses, I've been like mistaken for being Jewish because of my nose, and I'm like, but I look like this. How could you think like oh, I feel honored, but it's also a curse. Because the gastrointestinal issues despite that fact, does not support the evidence.
Wait, okay.
Gastrointestinal issues are very common in Jewish folks, common in women and common in black men for some reason.
Okay.
Like colonic stuff, it just hits harder in those three groups.
Yeah.
Don't know why. We don't know what causes
You're
it.
like Italian, right?
I'm half Italian.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm also ginger, blue eyes, autism. I've got all the recessive genes. Like I don't even know how I'm alive. Like I should be allergic to nuts on top of that. Thank God I'm not. But
then you'd have to kill yourself.
if I was like, dude, if if I have all this problem and I can't eat nuts, I shouldn't be alive.
Yeah, exactly.
I should or have like cerebral palsy or some shit. You know, like I should just not be here. Like I'm just.
Ableism.
Yeah, yo, what's up? Oh, God. Someone said this was like a long time ago. I was making like a joke on something costing an arm and a leg, like you know,
and they were a bitch about it.
Someone overheard me and like, "Excuse me, that's ableist." It's like you're making fun of amputees. Like I'm not. It's a figure of speech. Like shut the fuck up. Like stop.
Yeah, exactly.
And also, you're not in that camp. Why are you defending what's not in your? I don't know.
I know they're not John Condulit.
Who the fuck is that?
He's a comic that doesn't have fingers.
Oh wait, no. I'm thinking of the guy that has like the fucking lobster claw deal.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know who you're thinking.
You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
He's got like this whole.
Yeah.
And yet he's somehow able to hold the microphone.
Yeah. Well, his jokes are fun. They're blasphemous though, and I don't like blasphemy. But
Well, you can still get away with it. He has a disability. He's all good. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm just.
I know you're
stupid.
You're a busy bee.
I'm a busy bee. I gotta go back to my office job now.
I know, and I gotta go to work, and I got amongst other things, God. But it was great having you.
Thank you so much.
I'm glad you were.
Are you gonna post that we did this on your
Yeah,
like,
but
Instagram?
in some time, because I'm gonna get media from the cameras and all that stuff, and I'm gonna promote it proper. But I'm uploading Elena tomorrow, and fuck, I don't want to reveal how the sausage is made, but I'm gonna promote it, of course.
Okay.
Duh. Yeah, I got you.
Yay.
All right. That's Steph. Where can we find you?
You can find me at my Instagram pages where I'm active the most, and so that'll be. I change my name sometimes.
Your full name?
Stephanie, so just with a PH, not an F, because I'm not fucking stupid. Stephanie.f.Santana. That's where you can find me on Instagram. You can also find me on the Hill to Die On open mic, which is also co-run by my wonderful co-host Alec Pritchard, and that is a Hill to Die On mic. Just that.
I laugh because I booked a Steph with 2 Fs.
2 Fs? Because one F wasn't offensive enough.
2 Fs.
That's horrendous. I'm sorry. Jesus. Well.
I don't know. She's like European or something. I don't know.
I guess.
Yeah.
Well, it's fine.
All right. Okay, thanks. Die!